Sports coverage of the NFL.
Let's get some yards, boys. All right, let's get some pressure on them offense.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now Wilson on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 12 catches, 115 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Now Wilson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Third down and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. On first down, Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Second down and a run by Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 16 yards, a first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. Short throw caught by Pitts. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Maher is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things, and look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They need 12 here. It's third down. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Felix Anudike-Uzomah in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. The kick by Maher is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But you look at this defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll and chip away their time.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steamers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On third down, Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. After one, a one-point game. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, those body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. D.J. Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They need 18 yards here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On first and 10. Here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Robinson up the middle. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On the return, it's James. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Back out comes San Antonio. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to lead this first running back. It's complete. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 6. Mahomes now on first down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses forward, these defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Pacheco.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this weekend, starting with the last of the 3 London games this year. The Colts and Ravens from Tottenham Hotspur.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Wilson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now Wilson. He's got it with the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 46 yards. And the Voyagers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now it's Mahomes again. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Marr able to put this one through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Nifty move. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. the gun. They give to Robinson. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 35, here's second down and 8. Now it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On third down, Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trent McDuffie with a pick. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Back out comes San Antonio. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And now another one thrown incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to...
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Wilson, and Sutton hauls it in over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. On second down, here's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Wilson will throw again. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On a deal, here's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him so far. This 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Voyagers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Pacheco. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. On 1st down, Wilson. His throw incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was saying about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go! I want to see a TV celebration there. Doesn't matter. They can't stop us. No way. That first down, fellas.
Mahomes going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shoves him away. Fights through and now a crease. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write them?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Handoff now to Robinson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. A stop made defensively by Mike Edwards. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Robinson down right around the 25. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is